This is your Unit 3A summative review. All of these type of questions will be on your assessment and a few others that we have practiced. Questions that you will see on your summative that are not in this video are something that might look like this: 5x plus 4 divided by 4 equals 6, and 1/3 or 2/3 x, equals 12, something like that. Okay, so make sure you remember how to do those, and then we are going to move on. All right, so this first page is one-step equations right here, and then we move on to two-step equations. So when we're solving a one-step equation, we always, you guys, put that line down the center. Then we undo our addition and subtraction. So we have a positive 9 here, so we need to subtract 9 from both sides. We're left with negative x is equal to negative 7. Now right here, you can see that there's a negative x. We don't want to know what a negative x is. We want to know what an actual x is. So when you see a negative sign, change the x to a positive, and you change the sign of this number. So this now would be x is equal to 7. All right, I would like you to try the rest of these on your own, as they are only one-step equations. When you are done with these 6 equations, turn back on your video. Okay, hopefully you got the same answers. If not, pause the video, figure out what you did wrong. All right, we're now going to move on to the next 3 problems. I want you guys to try these on your own and then come back and check the answers so that you can see how prepared you are for this summative. And remember that we distribute before we combine like terms. All right, hopefully you tried these on your own and got the same answers, 10, 8, and 3. If you did not, pause the video and figure out what you did wrong. Okay. On this page, we have multiple step equations with variables on both sides. On these type of problems, you might have an answer that's one solution, no solutions, or many solutions, which is the same thing as all real numbers. Okay. All right. So I'm going to just do one, and then I'm going to have you guys do the rest on your own. Please stick with me and watch this, okay? So we look right here, line down the center, check for distribution. We have distribution, so we have 6x minus 12 equals 6x minus 12. Now I'm going to stop here. When I look, I can see this side is the exact same as this side. When that happens, you know that it's all real numbers. We can break it down by each step, which is not a bad idea, but I want you to be aware that if this side matches this side, you know it's all real numbers, even if you're not down to just your plain number, okay? The positive and negatives count as well. So it has to be the exact same, positive and negative as well, exact same. All right, so let's say I'm here. I'm going to combine my variables across the equal sign. So now these disappear, and I'm left with negative 12 is equal to negative 12. Is that real? Yes, it is. So it's all real numbers, or many solutions, however you want to say it. Okay, so what we're going to do now is you're going to pause the video and you're going to come back and check your work. I am only going to put the answer from now on. And if you get it wrong, then you got to keep erasing and trying. And I want you to find your own mistake, because that's a really good learning process for you and will help you see what you know and don't know and recognize those mistakes that you're making. So at this point, I would like you to pause the video, try these on your own, and then come back and check the answers. Okay, hopefully you try these on your own before coming and checking the work, because you aren't even turning this in, so there is no point of just writing the answers down. You should be practicing to help yourself prepare. So go ahead, pause the video, check your work. If you got them wrong, figure out what you did, and then move on to the next page. All right, here we go. I think that this page might be the trickiest because it's multiple step equations with variables on both sides, and a lot of these have a ton of steps, okay? I'm going to tell you that one of these will be no solution, and the rest of these are going to have answers that are fractions, okay? So this page is tricky. I'm still only going to give you the answer because it's your job to figure out your mistake so that you're ready for the test. And if you don't get it and you tried to figure out your mistake and you're like, what the heck am I doing? I need some help. Then you come ask me for help and we'll figure it out together. That is the best way for you to learn. All right. Hopefully you tried these on your own and you got them all right and you can celebrate and say, woohoo, give yourself a hug and a high five. What a nice life. If not, pause the video and keep trying. Okay, here is your last page. On this page, you are going to figure out who was right. When you figure out what their mistake was, you need to highlight it. So let's say they did this wrong, then you highlight it and explain what they did wrong. Like didn't distribute or something. That is not what's wrong. I'm just showing you an example, okay? So you need to highlight what's wrong, and then you need to explain what is wrong as well. This falls under standard 3B, and we have not had a ton of questions in this standard, so this could really help boost your grade. So make sure you're putting in your best effort. Pause the video, and then come check your work. Okay, hopefully you were able to identify that Benjamin did it wrong because he subtracted 4 when he should have added, and that Carlos did it wrong as well because he started with dividing and he did not follow the order at all. You're supposed to distribute, combine like terms, undo addition or subtraction before you divide. So this was like the last thing Carlos should have been doing. All right, hopefully you feel ready and good to go for this test. I feel good about it, and I hope you do too.